Hi everyone, my name is Jean-Jacques, a senior student at the University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in civil and environmental engineering with concentration in structural engineering. Thank you for offering me your precious time and listening to a project idea of mine called Sustainable City 2070 Model. Before I go ahead with my presentation, I have a question for the audience today. How many students, to be more precise, engineering students, have the opportunity to have a valuable work experience by graduation? A good number of them still don't have a valuable work experience. To solve that problem, I have a solution called Sustainable City 2070 Model. What is Sustainable City 2070 Model? The 2070 Model City is a futuristic type of city that I envision 50 years from now. It's a city that incorporates every single systems. It's a city also that takes into account the needs of the current generations without jeopardizing the needs of future generations, which we also call sustainable development. So being able to apply our knowledge in a very small scale of what we call a city model that respects all the environmental regulations is a way to go in a world where resources are becoming more and more scarce. And why did we choose to talk about this? There are many reasons, but the fundamental reason is around the systems. Let me elaborate about the systems. The systems is what connects the idea to the knowledge that we acquire here at the A. James Clark Engineering School. A city incorporates every single system that we can think about. There is civil, there is electrical, there is mechanical, there is chemical, and there is for sure information technology, because we use apps, we use computers, and we use everything that is a computer language to build everything today. So, civil and environmental engineer, for example, can provide a pipeline system to move fluids around in this beautiful city. A structural engineer can provide buildings made of recycled material to make sure that resources that are scarce do not disappear. They can provide buildings by applying structural analysis knowledge that they learn from the classroom. Chemical engineers, for example, can use materials that they synthesize from the laboratories, for example. And more importantly, IT student, information technology student, can use the programming skills to also make everything run by programming everything. Electrical student, for example, can provide a system that is highly efficient to save money and reduce energy consumption. So within this city, every system is represented and every single engineer will be able to apply the knowledge. Now let's focus on 3 reasons that will make this project a real reason and a reason to be here at the School of Engineers. The first reason, as you can guess, is to provide practical hands-on experience. Like I said earlier, from talking to some of my classmates, having an internship in a very, very good company, it's not something that runs the streets. And being able to do co-ops while you're in a regular semester is also very challenging. So being able to run a project that can be a design project, that can be a construction project, is a valuable asset that we have in our backyard here at the University of Maryland School of Engineers. Providing hands-on experience is capital. It's something critical for the success of our students. The second reason is to put a touch of sustainability in every single thing that we do. So increase sustainability awareness is the second reason. If we're able to think sustainable in everything that we do, we're giving ourselves a chance to survive in our generation, and also to give future generation a chance to live a much better life, if not the same type of life that we've had in this century. Civil engineers, for example, can be required to provide recycled material from woods, recycled materials from steel, or some mixed material that we've not thought about that will save all type of raw material that are currently disappearing and becoming more and more scarce. The same thing can be done for electrical engineers. They can find a way to provide a more efficient system that will reduce energy consumption. So sustainability is a must for this 2070 model. The third reason is to increase systems thinking. Systems thinking is to be able to project yourself from the action that you do today. Is to be able to see the consequences of the actions of our action from our direct environment to a much larger scale. When working in a very complex environment, you have to be able to understand that a decision that you make in your direct environment can affect a much larger environment. Engineers work in a system that is surrounded by many things. There's biodiversity around us. There's a social component, which is made of people. There is water resources around. So be able to incorporate a little tiny city where we can see everything and visualize everything on a small scale will be an asset that engineers who graduate from the Jean-Jacques School of Engineers will take with them once they go outside in a workforce that becomes more and more competitive. So the three reasons, like I said earlier, were to provide practical hands-on experience to students, to increase sustainability awareness, which is a must for sustainable development. And the third reason is to increase systems thinking. Thank you again for offering me your precious time and listening to the three reasons why I think Sustainable City 2070, which is a futuristic type of city model, should be funded inside the Jean-Jacques Engineering School. Thank you.